What's going on, guys? It's your boy Burrow77 here with you, with my man Young Leg. We're here to talk some UCL stuff. We got 4 matches this slate, and we'll go through the, I don't want to say smaller matches, but smaller matches kind of quickly here, and focus on the bigger matches. Celtic is taking on Bratislava. Celtic at home. Stadium's going to be electric. Heavy favorites, minus 420 on the money line for a reason.
Respectfully, if you're a fan of either of these teams, I don't care at all. Like, when you look at some of the other matches, they don't even have my boy anymore over on Celtic, O'Reilly. He got hurt in his debut for Brighton. So, our boy, Ugio or whatever is also gone. Maida's still up there, so I would maybe look at his props or for Yuhashi. But other than that, like, if I could bet a Carter Vickers card, actually, that's what I would really love to watch in this match the most. But I got nothing else for this one.
Yeah, Medina, at plus 170 for a goal definitely isn't too bad. Krygo Furiashi is really good, but his numbers are super juiced. I'm not going to lay minus 120 on his anytime goal, but I do like Medea from the outside there on the left wing. Let's see. You can get to score assist at minus 140, which isn't a terrible thing to throw in a parlay. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know a ton about Bratislava, so I don't have a ton that I'm going to go with there. I like Celtic to win here. I like them to score at least 2 goals. Whether or not Bratislava gets on the board, who knows? Celtic had a really tough year in UCL last year. Didn't get many results and took a red card in like one of their 6 matches. So that really hampered them. But Celtic looked to bounce back and make some improvement this year. I don't hate McGregor maybe for some shots or some shot on target there, the captain in the midfield. So if that's something you guys want to take a look at, feel free. I'm probably going to, here we go. Professor Finesser, AGS plus 550. I think so too. I definitely can see him scoring from his position. He has been hot lately. 3 goals in his last 5.
Does he take free kicks or penalties?
Possibly. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. And I can do that a little bit more towards the end of the show. Myron is also on McGregor, anytime goal scorer.
All right, fuck it.
He's the biggest head. Okay. So good in the air. I'm assuming set pieces as well. Probably a guy to target on corners. You say giant head, that makes it sound like he's good on aerials. So I can get behind that. I like McGregor. And the value's definitely there, plus 550. If you want to play to score or assist on McGregor, plus 190. It's okay. I'd probably rather just take the goal at that point. I'll play for $5 for sure. What you got? Anything else?
Nah, I'm in for 5 on McGregor though. I'm here for the squad.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you. Moving on. I am going to regret this so mightily, but I high-key love this Dortmund lineup. Malin up top. I like him. Sabitzer.
The new lineup, it has Adeyemi up top and Malin's out right and then Brandt's out left.
Okay, I like that too. Any combination of these 3 guys being the center forward, left wing, right wing, doesn't bother me. This front 4 with Sabitzer playing the middle is the strongest lineup Dortmund can put out. Dortmund finally learned a lesson and is playing strong lineups away. I hit on Adeyemi last game for Dortmund at home. He had 2 goals and an assist in the first half. He was red hot over International break, played for the under-21 squad, played a match in 61 minutes and had 5 fucking goals. The kid's absolutely on fire. I'm pretty sure he's pissed about getting snubbed from the last away lineup. He's not this time. I can't not go back in on Adeyemi. I'm going to take his goal. If it's to score or assist is a plus number, I think that's probably better. He can do both. I like Sabitzer to shoot here. I kind of like his first half shots. Bird was talking about that as well. I like Brandt a lot as a distributor. His assist, he should be on all the set pieces and a majority of the corners here. Malin, we all know what he's capable of. Emery Chan is a fucking hack, and so is Sule. So those are 2 guys you can definitely look at for cards. Schlotterbeck is a little bit of a hack as well. Pascal Gross will shoot from the midfield. Schlotterbeck will climb up and get some headers in the air too.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when you said if Adeyemi's score assist was a plus sign, it's plus 145. The number looks absolutely beautiful. That and Danya Malin. I think Malin's plus 140 and Adeyemi's plus 145. Grant, I got it plus 160. All 3 of them are going to be involved in almost every single attack. I got Brandt for a shot on target at minus 110, which I think is a wildly low number.
Love
and no
that.
disrespect to Bruges. I know they won, their last 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the lineups, just how they're stacking against each other. There's a reason Dortmund went to the UCL final last year. I'm going to give them a little bit of respect. I know it's a trap. It's Dortmund away. I love that Dortmund money line, though, also.
Yeah, Bruges without Jangala in the lineup is a little surprising. You would think that you'd put your Spanish guy on who's decent in big games. Olsen isn't a bad look here for some shots or some shots on target either. Nielsen can definitely play a little bit as well for Bruges. I can see them definitely getting a goal here at home. Dortmund's not exactly watertight at the back, so I could see both teams to score over 2.5 here as well. Fernando, Medina is definitely a good look for anytime goal. And that Celtic game at plus 170. Deep outside the box shots. Okay. It doesn't matter. We like distance shooters. We're Calahalungu guys. We're big outside the box guys. Theo Hernandez. All sorts of stuff. Malin, first half shots. Yeah, you can definitely get involved in those. I'll talk about first half shots here in a second. Why does this game seem like a draw?
I don't think it does, and I don't like that energy.
It's because Dortmund struggles mightily away. Batiste just got a penalty kick, by the way, and scored. They did not give it to Riki. So, yeah, Victor didn't score, but Batiste is up 1-0. For those of you who were following along with some Batiste action I took.
Mine was at plus 115 the whole time.
Maybe draw halftime. Maybe. Look, Dortmund does struggle away. I'm not going to lie. Dortmund struggles away. They struggle to get going and to find a little bit of pace here. That said, it's Bruges. Like, no disrespect to Bruges, that they're up here a lot. But I do think that Dortmund are probably going to win this game. That they went to the final last year. Like this team is still solid despite some of the losses here. Speaking of first half shots, at one, Adeyemi at minus 185 makes a really good pairing with like another game or anything else you want. Same with Brandt, same with Sabitzer. Those are all guys I would look at. If you want to climb the ladder a bit, Adeyemi, look, I don't hate Malin. Plus 160 isn't enough value for me to take him for 2 first half shots. I guess it is. Like, you can play it straight. That's completely fine. I just really like how Adeyemi's been playing lately, and I think he's got a chip on his shoulder after being benched in that last away match and balling out an international break and then immediately balling out right in front of the yellow wall at home. So I like Adeyemi to stay hot here. I can get involved in his 2+ shots in the first half at plus 260. And I can, for the value, Sabitzer at plus 320 definitely looks good. He's going to be taking pretty much all of the free kicks, unless Brandt's on one or two of them, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
That said, I also like Schlotterbeck for a shot. He's good in the air.
Khan for a shot at minus 160, which is in a parlay for me.
I definitely don't hate that at all. Or him or Pascal Gross, they are both definite shooters from the midfield. Chan is definitely a wanky motherfucker who is super susceptible to cards. Big hack. Him and Sule are two guys I'd be looking at for cards if you want to get involved in the cards market. Before we move on, I do want to say, if you guys need an international book to bet cards like I do, BetUS. That's where I do it. Sign up, promo code in the description. 125% deposit match or something like that. Brandt, shot on target first half. I can get behind that. I definitely don't hate Brandt for a shot on target first half. Personally, Black Thor, I'm gonna keep riding Adeyemi. He's just red hot right now, coming out international break and having a stellar performance at home over the weekend for Dortmund with 2 goals and an assist in the first half. So I'm gonna keep riding Adeyemi until the wheels fall off. But I can definitely see Brandt. We like the entire top 4 here for Dortmund.
I just took Dortmund to get 2 cards also, just after looking at that lineup again.
Yeah. Is that what the team total's at?
Team total's at 1.5 at minus 150. It just looks like a really bettable number when you see like Schlotterbeck, Emre Can, Sule, Ryerson, and one of the front 3. One of them will be pissed off that they didn't get a call, and then we'll hack somebody. It's either going to be Adeyemi or Brandt, but we'll see which one.
Yeah, I even though it's minus 150, I really like that cards number. There's no way there's not 2 cards on this Dortmund team, and the subs are also hacks.
That ain't even my favorite one. Wait till you hear that one.
Let's keep it moving. We're going to jump into Man City versus Inter. Look, City at home, they come to play. They always step up their game at home, even though they sag off the gas a little bit when they're away. No Lautaro Martinez. Kind of weird for a guy people are dick riding. Now that we all know Rodri's not winning Ballon d'Or, everybody's dick riding Lautaro Martinez now, saying he should get Ballon d'Or. Basically, everybody who likes anybody that's not on Madrid, you're just dick riding and twerking for a non-Madrid player to win Ballon d'Or. And I don't know how you give it to a guy who can't fucking make the lineup in a UCL start. Just saying. Anyway, Holland minus 130 for a goal. You can take it if you want. You can take him 2 shots on target. You can take him shots on target in the first half. You can take him goals in the first half. Look, I think this is going to be a low-scoring one. Inter is good. Despite not having Lautaro out there, Taremi knows what it takes to score in UCL. He's a Porto legend for doing shit like this exactly in UCL. Thuram's been red hot. I would continue to ride Thuram here. I do like this midfield. The left-hand side is a little bit rotated. Is DeMarco hurt?
I have no idea, but once I saw that he wasn't in, I lost a lot of faith in this midfield besides maybe 2 players.
Yeah, I mean, Bellerin can definitely shoot and is a solid midfielder, and so is Cal Halungu, but Darmarian, I'm not super high on. Zelensky, I'm not super high on. I don't know a ton about Augusto. But yeah, I want to say this will be a low-scoring one, but I can see both teams to score over 2.5 here. I don't think Inter get held off the score sheet, and I think City scores at least 2.
Yeah, I love both teams to score. It was sitting around like minus 130. No disrespect to Manchester City, but Nobody goes, I'm scared to play at the Etihad. I'm not saying it's an easy spot to play at or they don't bring it when you go there, but nobody drops their level because they're scared of going to the Etihad. The way they made like Anfield sound, the way they make the Bernabeu sound, the way they make the Allianz sound, or when you have to go into Milan, like it's just not one of those stadiums. So to think Inter, who are the Italian champions, they're pretty close now, 2 years in a row to making a run here in the Champions League. I don't know. I feel like it's weird to think they won't get at least one. Again, just saw like this Manchester City back line. There's holes in it. They make mistakes. They're only playing 3 in the back right now. Thuram's a guy that can get in behind.
And they got no Aki back there either.
Yeah, like it just minus 130 seems like a weird number for me. I have so many shots on targets in this game, and this is my favorite card game. The City line for cards is 1.5. Look at that lineup and tell me there's not 2 cards in that.
Hammer that shit. Garvidal, Akanji, Rodri, KDB, who's actually a dickhead too. Savio, who I love, but is a total dickhead. He's Brazilian. You know he's picking up a card. Yeah, I mean, look, Garvidal for a shot on target. We know he's going to be pushing up on the left. We know he likes to shoot. Rodri from the midfield. Big game Rodri has a huge thing about putting shots on target, especially here in UCL. I love Savio over on the right. I know that he came over from Girona, but he's been balling. I've liked him for a while. Silva's a sneaky little play in the first half as well. I know that is one of Bird's favorite guys, but he is playing inside. He is much more effective when he's all the way out on the right where Savio's playing today. So Silva does have a little bit more of a distribution role here. You can play KDB. If KDB assist is a plus number,
plus 200.
Yeah. I mean, at that number, you kind of got to fucking play it. Like, not that I love it, but
what you need to score or assist was even money also.
Yeah, I also like KDB first half shots. I like, look, Haaland is one of those guys. They've finally figured out how to get him the ball in the right position. That's when he doesn't have to think and just fucking shoot it and hit the fucking rectangle when you do it. Haaland, unless he's airmailing it over the bar, is pretty clinical and puts him on frame. So if you're looking at his stuff in the first half, like Black Thor is, I like his shot on target. I don't mind 2 shots on target in the first half. I don't mind him for a goal. I'm probably not going to play his shots because you're going to have to go up to 3 to get a decent number on him. And the guy's just way too clinical. I don't need him to have high volume. He just needs to finish when he gets the fucking ball. And he's proven over the last couple of weeks that he can definitely do that. Who do we think should win the Ballon d'Or? Vinny, Jude? End of list?
I would give it to Vinny, but what does UEFA Player of the Year even mean anymore? Does that
right? Yeah, I'm a big Vinny guy as well. I can understand the argument for Jude, but Vinny had just an insane season all around. Myron, appreciate you as always, brother. Dortmund is plus 120 now. Steam coming in on Bruges and the draw. I can definitely see why. Dortmund just struggles.
I'm looking at the public vote and it's 81% Dortmund, but I don't
know. Also leaning under in this game. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get involved in a total here. FanDuel has City cards at over 1.5 plus 114. That's absolutely disrespectful. That it kind of feels like free money. And we also know Inter's philosophy. If they don't want to get their asses beat, and they can beat the living shit out of you. Like this Inter midfield and backline is full of big dudes who are goons and aren't afraid to hack the shit out of you. So I can easily see some retaliation fouls and some cards here for City. I can't wait to talk about Fabian Ruiz shot on target. Yeah. KDB assist at this number, you kind of got to play it Black Thor. Like plus 200 is just way too long on a guy who we all know does it. Before we move on to the next game, got to remind you guys, please be sure to like and subscribe right here on YouTube. It costs you absolutely nothing. It helps Leg and I out tremendously. Leg and I will be back.
Did I say Barea shot at minus 142 just to attempt a shot?
No, but I like that. I definitely like Barea to take a shot. So yeah, Leg and I will be back again tonight at 7:30 p.m. for 2FootTalk, where we will go over the entire weekend slate and talk a bunch of shit, because that's what we like to do. Anyway, moving on to the next game, where everybody is absolutely in love with first half shot prices, and I can see why. PSG don't have any teeth on the road, so they have to absolutely skullfuck people at home at the Parc des Princes. Girona is playing UCL ball for the first time, at least in a long-ass time. I don't know if they've ever played before, to be honest with you. I don't do research going back 25-plus years, so... Look, I kind of like him starting the veteran Stuani up top in the middle. Stuani should be shooting early and often. He's 32 years old, right? Or even older than that. But Stuani... Oh, Batiste! We got another Batiste goal. We're up 2-1 or 2-0. Let's go. It was not Roiki, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I like Stuani. I like him shots. I like him shots on target. I like him shots in the first half. Gil is the trendy play. He's been shooting a ton. Come on over from, Brighton? Yeah, Brighton?
Gil? No, he came from Tottenham.
Tottenham, my bad. One of those blue-ass fucking English teams. Tezgankov, the Ukrainian, I know... who was it? I think Myron said the Ukrainian teams and players have been losing him money lately. I don't hate Tezgankov to take shots here and to put one on frame. I love Barcola over here for PSG. I know that the right side is a little bit easier to attack on Girona. I have zero fucking faith in Dembele. Like, Dembele might as well be dead to me. He can't play for the French national team. He doesn't play well for PSG. They paid him a lot of money. That's why he's on the pitch, along with Asensio, who's also fucking garbage. What a surprise. He left Madrid, and now he's getting exposed like a motherfucker. So, Barcola, I love here. Ruiz, Vetian, Zaire Emery, Hakimi, all great looks for shots and shots on target as well. But I'm going to be taking Barcola, probably anytime goal scorer. If it's to score or assist as a plus number, I'm going to get on that as well.
So I have Barcola to score assist at -125 was the best number I could find. I would still run with that. This kid is absolutely unbelievable. I've been trying to tell y'all since last season. This kid is a cannon. Last season was just taking him for shots on target because Mbappe was taking pretty much every other stat that you could get, and now it's just all free roam for him up there. If you have any faith in Dembele, I would go with an assist, but I probably wouldn't run with that. I have literally one Girona prop, and it's just Gil shot on target. Stuani starting up front. Love Stuani.
Yep.
His shot on target is like -200, which, not going to lie to you, I think is complete bullshit. Because like I said before, Girona played Barcelona. This Girona team is fucking gutted. They have nothing. There is no spine to this team. Look what they did to the midfield. Look what they did to the back line. Daley Blind can't even make it to this lineup, I guess, because he got whacked so bad against Barcelona. So I expect PSG to absolutely run train on these guys. I'm taking PSG -1.5 at -130. I like PSG's team total over 2.5 as well. It was sitting at like +105.
Yeah.
Barcola goal, I wish the number was a little bit higher. I'm getting the -125 to score assists, but just the goal was like +130. I wish I was a little bit higher. Other than that, Vitinha, Jack and Chicks, I like him for first half shots, and I like him for a shot on target. Hakimi
outside the box too.
Yeah, he just shoot. He is actually annoying because there's like better passes, and he still will just shoot.
And he'll just jack them because he's a dickhead.
Fabian Ruiz, I got him for a shot on target at +165, and I went and checked another book, and it was like only +115. I don't know how that one happened. That one's pretty ridiculous to me. And I love Zaire Emery. I rate him so highly. I still think he's one of the best young players out there, and he plays for a club that I fucking despise. So you should take that very literally. His shot on target is +230. He's one of those midfielders that does a lot of dirty work, doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and puts himself into good positions. He kind of he's like a better version of Pedri, or maybe Pedri before he got injured 19 times. and he just finds dangerous areas and makes the right decision. So I don't hate sprinkling plus 230 for a shot on target from him as well.
Yeah, Myron, I don't think this is an incredibly hot take. When you take a player like Mbappe
I don't
away,
think that's true either.
you gotta play better team football. Black Thor, I do like the first half over 1.5 here as well. I love both teams to score sitting at minus 135. I love both teams to score in over 2.5 here. PSG, look, they are running 4 in the back now, which good for them because they were getting eaten alive when they played actual good teams with 3 in the back. Look, I do still think Girona can get a goal here. Again, Stuani is he's a legend. Like he's a big time club guy. He's been over in Spain for a long time. There's a reason he's getting the start here in the most important match for Girona. So I like Stuani goal as well as shots on target. So I can definitely get involved in a Stuani goal. I like that over 1.5 in the first half. Black Thor, I'm probably going to join you on that. Barcola goal, yep, we love that. Plus 155. Gil or Stuani for first half shots. Let me take a quick look at the numbers. I'm assuming Gil is going to be the better price than Stuani, but I could always be wrong on that. I've been wrong before. I personally think Stuani is the look, but I don't hate either one of them. Okay, one or more? Shit, are we going to get one or more prices on these guys? Gil just to take a shot in the first half at minus 110? Disrespectful. And they're not going to list Stuani. Oh, no, they are. It's minus 220. So you can't take him for 1 unless you want to partner it with something. I like Stuani at plus 210 for 2 or more shots in the first half. I don't hate a sprinkle on Gil at plus 500. I'd look at Gil's full game shots. If first half is plus 500, him just to shoot twice full game is probably a pretty good number. So that would be something I look at as well. Barcola at plus 165 is kind of chalk, but I like it. Vitinha at plus 270, definitely a solid number there. So I can dig it. Gil, yeah, minus 110 for a shot in the first half. I think you got to take it. 2 shots full game, plus 120. I really like that number as well. Who's the ref here? Because PSG is not super clean. I can see some cards here too.
If Shakhtar scored at the end here, I wouldn't be mad at all.
Yeah, that would be very. This Bologna team is absolutely fucking gutted. They get their shit stomped in on the road, so they have to show up here at home. Let me see. I'm trying to find this ref. We got a German ref here.
Germans hate cards.
Siebert, yeah, they do like to keep the flow of the game going decently well. It does have to be a pretty rough foul. I don't know. I can see some bookings here, but I'm not going to get super involved in it.
No, you don't get super involved in the first couple of weeks unless you get some good lines for a team to only get like 2 cards. Like I bet that Juve game, the Juve PSV for only 3.5, over 3.5 cards total.
Not a single card.
There's fucking none. And there was I knew in the first 15 minutes when he just wasn't calling fouls, I was like, well, this is dead.
Yo. So yeah, guys, any more questions, comments, concerns, be sure to follow both me and Leg on social media. Got all the links down below here in the video description for you. That's also where you can find the link to the YouTube. It's written out right here. Please, please, please like and subscribe. I can't tell you how much that helps us out. It costs you absolutely nothing. If you need an offshore book to bet cards, BetUS. That's where I do all my card business. And then check out the Discords. Links are in the description. If you guys have any more questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to throw them out. I'm going to try and put together a little, a nice little parlay here again before we take off. Kind of like we did. Yeah, yesterday we hit the 4-leg full slate afternoon parlay. So I'm going to go Celtic. Win and over 1.5 here. It's chalk, I know, but we're talking about a parlay. So
hold on, let me build my parlay then.
I'm gonna go both teams to score over 2.5 here on Bruges versus Dortmund. I'm gonna go with the under 2.5 in City versus Inter. And I'm gonna go with both teams to score here in Girona versus PSG. So once again, just for fun,
Girona's gonna score.
I do. Yeah, I like it at minus 135 as a straight as well.
You're wild.
I think that PSG gets, 3 and that Girona gets a consolation goal. I do. I like Stuani. Also, like, PSG isn't somebody who's not prone to giving up a PK or something like that. We've seen it time and time again from them in UCL. I do think they're strong at the Parc des Princes, but I'm going to play that both teams to score as a straight, to be honest with you. Anyway, we got to wrap it up here. Already did all the plugs. Be sure to come back and watch 2FootTalk tonight at 7:30 p.m. We will break down the entire weekend slate for you. We'll talk a bunch of shit about last week's fuck yous, and we'll have a good time. So once again, before we get out of here, my full slate parlay is going to be Celtic in over 1.5. Both teams to score over 2.5 in Bruges versus Dortmund. I'm going to go under 2.5 in City versus Inter, and I am going to take both teams to score in PSG versus Girona. Leg, you got anything else for the people quickly before we get out of here?
No, I'll be back tonight at 7:30. See you guys.
Nice. Decipher is definitely worth a look on Bruges for sure. Good eye there, Myron. I like him. I can get involved with that. 2 shots, full game or first half. Either way, plus 370 is a nice $5 holler there. Need a first half goal from Celtic. I think you'll get it. And I can see Girona scoring also. I just need the game to go over. I can see 3-1 here pretty easily, Fernando. So thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm going to run this outro. I'm Burr Oaks. That's a young leg. We will see you guys tonight at 7:30. Until then, we out. Doses. We outside!